Mel here, and oh geez, I'm already gonna hurt myself. Today we are gonna continue with the inspiration that came from the BeetleJuice Animated Series, and we are gonna do BeetleJuice. BeetleJuice is a very, very simple makeup, pretty much. He just has purple in the brow area, right here, and a lighter purple right here. So we're gonna go ahead and go for that. It's basically the exact same situation as the Lydia cartoon. I decided to start off with my face already pretty much half done. So I'm gonna get to do just the eyeshadow, eyeliner, mascara, highlighter, and contour, and lipstick. So that's a lot still. I mean, oh geez, that's a little fuzzy. That was random. Anyways, but yeah, still gonna be a good amount of stuff here. I'm gonna try not to explain it this time. If you really need the explanation, I explained it as thoroughly as I possibly could, again, in the last video. So if you want to go and check that one out, that one's like 30 minutes long. Browse through it, I guess, you know, browse through it and see what places that you need, because I go over sections of your eye that you want to place your eyeshadow. I go over where your contour's supposed to go, your highlight's supposed to go. There's a lot of stuff covered in there, honey. If you want to go check that one out, that one's just probably right next to this one. So yeah, it's right there. Go hang out, go check it out. It's gonna be fun, and I loved that one so much, so I'm super excited to do this one. Also, don't forget to hit that little button and subscribe, become a member of the Little Misfit Monster fam, and let's just hang out, guys. So let's get started. I'm gonna go ahead and grab my Life's a Drag palette. It's got that beautiful purple, Pageant Queen purple, and that's gonna be what I'm gonna start off with today. The first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and try to fluff all this stuff off of my face real quick, because I got a lot of powder going on. So I'm gonna go ahead and fluff all this off just real quick. Nice circles, guys, nice circles. Cool stuff, guys. Okay, next thing, I'm gonna go ahead and start in on that eyeshadow. I'm gonna go ahead and grab myself a nice little packing brush, if I can find one. For some reason, I can never find the brushes that I need. I tried this one. This one should be okay. This is like a big, fluffy, dense, it's almost like a blender and a packing brush at the same time. I don't know if that makes sense or not, but that's kind of what I'm calling it. I'm gonna dip into Pageant Queen, and just knock off the excess. I'm gonna start patting that where I want it. Then I'm going to take a little blendy brush, and I'm going to go ahead and blend that out a little bit, just around the corners to diffuse these little lines here. So I'm going to use that basically as a transition shade, this very light version of the colors, which is something that funny enough that you can do, and I don't think people do it very often. You just use a very, very small amount of whatever color you like as a transition shade. Really, your transition shade is just the shade that will blow out everything. Everything ombres out into that one color. That's the last color that you see before you see skin again. Transitioning from the colors to your actual skin. Grab a little bit more of that Pageant Queen, and then a little fluffy blendy brush, and now I'm going to start into my crease here. And like I said, I'm not going to do too much explanation in this one because I already explained a lot in the last one. So I guess we can just fast forward through most of this, which is going to be fun. So as you can see, I'm pretty much just slowly adding more and more purple the lower I go into the crease, because the purple's very bright and dark. I mean, look at it, it's bright and dark as hell. So if you go with the same color on and on, just slowly grabbing more and more of that color, eventually you're gonna come up with a very, very light version of it, and then a very, very dark version of it closer to the crease area of the eye, which is right under here, under your bone. Remember? Under the bones. We're using our bones, kids. Always use your bones. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to clean off this brush real quick, and then I'm going to dip into Shady. And I've already mentioned this probably several times, but Shady is a lovely, lovely black. And the reason that it's so lovely to me is because it is very buildable. It starts off very sheer, and that's kind of awesome because it works the way that Manny wanted it to. So I'm always, again, just the tip of the brush, and we're gonna go right under where we have our darkest bit of purple, and we're just gonna add a little bit more definition to that by adding that black in there. You see how much it added? Like, it just makes it so much more dramatic of an ombre just because there's a little bit of black in there, and I love it. Oh god. And it's such a beautiful black because it's like so sheer and blendy that it doesn't obstruct from the color that's there, and I think that's what he was trying to go for, which is a beautiful thing, wonderful, and I love it because most of the time when I have a black shadow, it's just so freaking pigmented that as soon as you throw it on anything, it just destroys the look, and it's like, damn it, son of a pickle, and now you can't do anything with it. Right under that purple in that outer V, and then you're gonna bring it all the way across over the eyeball, and then as always, me in the little inner corners here because I like to make them real dark because that's just me. Okay, I think we can go with that. So now, and you know what's funny? The thing that I love about my looks is that they're technically cut creases without actually cutting the crease, which is wonderful. Especially these two, because it's like you have all this area over the, you know, the brow area and the crease, and it's all one color, and then the next thing you know, boom, another color right there. The next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and grab another little fluffy excuse me. I'm gonna go ahead and grab another little baby like flat fluffy brush. I really like these for packing on color, especially if you need to mix two colors together. It just makes more sense. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and grab this. I'm gonna get some Pageant Queen. I'm gonna go ahead and jump into Cake Face to make it a like lavender color, right? Like that. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and pack that on my lid. And it's super light right now, but remember, we can always build, and that's what we're going to do. We always build up the colors. Right, and maybe I'm just, you know, I'm not gonna lie, maybe I'm just lucky and I have this type of eye shape and it works for me because everything cuts on its own, you know? But, I mean, who's counting, right? So there's that. That was kind of cute. That was kind of cute. And grab a little bit more purple and a little bit more Cake Face and just dab that in there. I want that to be a really nice concentrated color, and I think that's good. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the other side. Okay, and also I'm gonna go ahead and just jump in here, my inner corner here, just to blend that into that inner corner, because that inner corner is supposed to be light and popping. So that's what we're gonna do there also. So there we go. So now we have our colors down. Next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and I guess I'll do brows. So I guess I'll do my brows real quick. In this case, we have a little bit of a special brow. BeetleJuice doesn't really have eyebrows at all. He has just kind of a line that goes across his actual brows, and also they're kind of like silly looking. His eyebrows kind of like spike off to the side, so I think I'm actually gonna like add that on because we're going for BeetleJuice, right? You know, might as well do the whole thing. I mean, I'm not going anywhere, right? And even if I was, who the f cares? Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and start that brow, and I'll just do a fast forward through it so that you guys can see how we did it. Okay, so I kind of went with a bushy brow moment, right? You know, these little wispies and things like this, and I'm also gonna actually, you know, comb my brows out to where they're really nice and kind of spiky and silly looking, because that's how his eyebrows are, you know, like his eyebrows are kind of like spiky, silly, bushy, and weird, so might as well, you know, like they're thin, they're not thick, they're just kind of bushy and scraggly towards the ends, so that's why I added those little wispies there. So next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sneeze, because I really need to sneeze, but I'll cut that out once I sneeze. I hate it when my sneeze gets stuck in my head and then I can't get it out. That's the worst. We'll wait for the sneeze. It hasn't happened yet, but anyways, we'll move on. Let's see here. I think the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and work on contour. I think we'll go ahead and work on contour really quick. We're gonna do the colors that I had already been doing recently, but I'm also gonna add a little bit of Pageant Queen to the mix just to see what happens, because I'm curious. I wanna know what's gonna happen. So I'm gonna grab this little guy in my palettes and hope I don't destroy them by dropping them. That would be terrible. Clean her off. So safe word, androgyny, tiny dab into Pageant Queen, just the tiniest bit. That's what we got right now. Hopefully you can see that. I'm not sure, but either way, we're gonna do this. So let's do this. Ready? Okay, so there's that there. Let's go ahead and do the jawline. Okay, and don't forget the nose. Okay, and I think that's pretty much it. So that's good for contour. We're good there. I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit more androgyny and a little tiny bit of Pageant Queen. Just a little bit, and slowly just add that right here. Barely anything. Okay, and I think that's good. Also, I'm gonna go over it with a little bit of, there you go. I'm also gonna cut the cheeks, because I forgot to cut the cheeks last time. That should be good. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and put on some mascara and eyeliner. I'm gonna do that right now. Close up those palettes so they're already finished. Nice and nice. While I'm at it, I'm gonna put on some of this too, because I don't want to with my lips all chapped. First thing, eyeliner. Let's find it. And I'm actually going to use a different brush this time just to see if it'll make a difference. This little angled brush, this is actually an art brush. Well, it's not supposed to be for putting on makeup, but I'm going to use it anyway because I don't care if something's supposed to be for something or not. And BeetleJuice doesn't really have like a winged liner or eyelashes or anything of that sort, so I'm just gonna do a nice thin line, and this time I think I might be able to do it because I'm just gonna stamp and see if I can do it. Okay, methinks that's a nice thin line. Maybe it's not as thin as I wish it could be because obviously I always go a little thicker than I wanted, but you know what? That's okay. I think that that's pretty good. For wanting a thin line, I think that works. Okay, I think that's perfect with the liner. I don't need to go any further. I think that that's good. And I also went over them just one more time because I needed to darken some areas. Some of the powder got mixed in with the eyeliner and then it got like and dull and silly looking, so I decided to go over it one more time just to make sure it's really nice and dark and opaque. And matte. Matte, yes, okay. Anyways, moving on. So, next thing, I'm gonna go ahead and put on some mascara, get it out of the way. I don't really think that I need to show this part because realistically everybody knows how to put on mascara. It's just mascara. Okay, and before I mess up and put on my lower mascara, I have to remember all the time to find my little baby brush. Where is he, my friend? I need to find my little friend. I don't know where he's at. Little friend. Where are you? Damn it, I hate it when this happens. I need to be more organized, kids. Be more organized than me, please. It saves you so much time and energy. There he is. There he is. I found him. I found him. Haha. Okay, next thing I'm gonna do here. Oh, that's a hair. Oh, that's a hair. And I got it. Nice. I knew I saw something funny, fuzzy in front of my face. I just didn't know what it was. Moving on. So, last thing before we move on, I'm going to go ahead and grab that Life's a Drag palette one more time just to make sure that I do something for my under eyes, because if I don't do something for my under eyes, it's going to look like crap. I'm going to go ahead and do Cake Face and Pageant Queen mixed together and just run that under my eyes here. Why am I holding this palette like a f***ing painter? I'm not a painter, except I am painting my face right now, kind of. And then for BeetleJuice, I want to make it a little bit heavier, like not like Lydia, because Lydia I did like a very thin line and things of that sort, but on this one I think I want to make it a lot more grungy and pull it down further to make it even more dark and scary looking, because it's BeetleJuice. He's supposed to be scary. I mean, can I be scary, right? So let's make him a little scary. Yep, that's starting to come together. Okay. And in this way also I'm doing the same thing where I'm going around my eyeball, but I'm going underneath it this time. Okay, and I also threw a little bit of black down under there. Seems like there was a little black on my brush already on this side, so I had to add a little black on this side too. But I'm super okay with that because that was the plan anyway, so totally works. Okay, that looks good to me, I think. Yeah, I think we'll go with that. Looks good to me, methinks? Yes. So now I'm gonna go ahead and do my under eye mascara. Bring out those lashes, honey. We need to see the lashes. We gotta see the lashes, otherwise it just looks funky. This time I'm actually gonna explain this because I kind of have done this differently now. Oh, let me get rid of this. This is annoying me. Get that out of there. So for lower lashes, I'm gonna try to get close to you for this. Basically, you're gonna use the tip of your mascara wand and tilt your head down and just try to get each individual little hair there. And do this as slow as you need to, because you don't want to mess up that nice lower lash line shadow that you just created. And then it's crazy because if you get your lower lashes right, you will already cast a shadow over the shadow that you put on, if that makes sense. So it's a natural shadow that you're adding, and it looks super pretty, or at least I think so. Okay, so there's that. Next thing, I'm gonna grab my other mascara. I'm gonna go ahead and go through my brows on that real quick. Trying to make them nice and spiky and disheveled looking, because it's BeetleJuice. Like, why not? If there's ever a time for spiky, disheveled brows, it's now, honey. Ooh, I like it. I think I like it too much. I'm gonna end up wearing my brows like this. Ooh, yeah, there you go. Yeah, yes, and that's it. Okay, yep, okay, and we can go with that. Last thing, before I forget, I need to grab a little bit of a nice highlight for the middle of my eyeshadow, and then also for my inner corner highlight, I'm gonna use the Alchemist palette by Kat Von D. I'm gonna use a little fluffy fat packing brush, get that nice and loaded up, and then just right in the middle. Remember, we're talking about like the halo eye being like right over your actual eyeball. You can feel your actual iris, and that's where you want this shade to be. And I'm gonna pack that on pretty heavy because he's got some big ass eyelids. So let's make our eyelids look really, really big. And you could even bring it into the crease a little bit like I am right now, just to round it out. Okay, I think that's nice. And then we're gonna use something fluffy and little for our highlight up top here. A nice little fluffy blendy brush. I'm gonna use that same purple highlight, nice and loaded up on my blending brush, and I'm gonna just drop that right there. And it's gonna blend out all the rest of that awesomeness right there and give you this beautiful purple shade. Oh my gosh, I love it. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking about it because I'm gonna go crazy. I love it so much. Okay, so then we're gonna just go back to where I'm gonna do the other side here. All right, and then I'm gonna get that little baby brush. Here he is, and I'm gonna use that same highlight shade for the inner corner highlight, and it's really gonna pop. I love this purple. It's one of my favorites as far as highlight shades go, and I'm just gonna pop that right here. And I like to drag my inner corner highlight up over the side too, but that's just me. You don't have to do that, but I like to do it. Also gonna use a little bit of this guy on the inner rim of my eyes real quick on the waterline to give yourself a little bit bigger eye. Just because BeetleJuice has big bulgy eyes, might as well. Oh my god, it always makes me cry. Alright, let me see if I can find a nice purple shade of a lipstick. That would be fun. Purple lipstick, let's do this. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and use the Self-Control shade from the Jeffree Star Velour Liquid Lips. I believe this is the summer collection. No, I can't even remember anymore. I grabbed this one like random, just trying to grab something that time, you know. Okay, so that's one down. I'm gonna actually do 2 coats of that just because I feel like it. And then while we're here, I'm gonna go ahead and grab my favorite Jeffree Star Cosmetics Lavender Snow highlight. I'm gonna grab my highlighter brush. Yes, here he is. Hopefully I can really, really hyper focus my pigment like I always do. I really like doing that. So I'm gonna use this really, really, really non-sparingly because I love a blinding highlight. I want to, you know what the thing is, I guess for my highlight, I want it to be able to be seen from the nosebleeds. Like if I were to be singing the national anthem at the Super Bowl, I want the nosebleeds to be able to see my highlight. I want that to be a mirror going bing so that they can see that shit. That is how I want it. Yes. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and do my highlight right here where I normally do it. Ooh, I love it. Okay, down the sides of my face right here too because that's a high point. Yes. Hi. Hi, highlighter. Hi. Look at my forehead. And I always do this weird little U thing here because I've noticed that it's there. That's my high point. Okay, and then this time I'm actually gonna do the nose thing. I'm gonna see if I can actually pull it off. I'm just gonna right down the middle. And there's my little heart. And I think that'll be good. Hold on. I want a little more. I want a little more. Like, it's one of those things. I swear to God, I could never have enough highlighter. I just want to be beautiful and glittery, honey. I just want to be a unicorn. Okay, can I just be a unicorn for the rest of my life? That'll make me happy. Okay, so me thinks that's good. So here is my finished BeetleJuice look. Let me take my hair down. Of course, I always forget to take down my hair. And let's make it really messy because BeetleJuice is just disheveled and weird. I'm gonna fall down. By the way, I actually have a BeetleJuice shirt on right now. He's so cute and squishy. And he's just chilling, like always, because he's BeetleJuice. He can do what he wants. Unless they call out his name 3 times and then, well, you know what happens. Anyway, so here is the finished look. I think I'm gonna go with this. This is pretty cool. And I like it a lot. If I didn't like it, I wouldn't do it. You know what I mean? That's kind of one of my things nowadays. And it should be yours too. If you don't like it, don't do it. Does that hurt? Are you sure? Then don't do that. Anyways. Oh, you know what? I forgot. I forgot to add a little bit more lipstick. So let me go ahead and do that right now before we move the on. Anyways, guys, so this is the finished look. I hope you like it. I do. I certainly do. I like it a lot. Yes, I am feeling my inner BeetleJuice right now. He's the cutest. He's one of my favorite characters of all time. And then I love the series because it basically shows BeetleJuice going through all these moral story kind of things. He's learning why he shouldn't lie. He's learning how to work well with others, how to give credit where credit is due. All these normal, like, cartoon things, you know, for kids and for young people. I just think they're the cutest thing, and I think that everybody should watch it just because it's super cute, and then it gives you a whole nother spin on these kind of moral ideas. Anyways, moving on, we're gonna go ahead and sign off now. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for being here. Thank you for visiting. If this is your first time here, don't forget to subscribe if you like the video and if you like the things. Also, you can do this thing called binge watching, and you can watch like all of my videos because they're all there for you whenever you want. If you really like this place and you plan on belonging here, then subscribe, become a member of the Little Misfit Monster fam, and let's just hang out, guys. Also, don't forget to follow me on Snapchat, Twitter, Instagram, and also twitch.tv, where I stream many different types of games, so that should be a lot of fun. Anyways guys, thanks a lot for watching, and I hope you liked this video. If you would like to see another character inspiration, if you would like to see anything you would like to see, let me know. Honestly, I will try to work it out for you. Anyways guys, I love you so much. Thank you so much for all of your support and all of the times that you come in here, share stuff with other people, come to hang out, give it a view, give it a like, give it a, share, whatever it is that you like to do. I really do appreciate it a lot. Thank you so much for being here. God bless you always. I love you so much, and I will see you on the next one. See you later. Okay, bye!